Hi, this is Pamela Topchian, and I would like to talk a little bit about mirror work. And I've talked about this with some of my clients, um, and I think it's really helpful. And I'm finding out that quite a few people never really heard of it. And so I thought I would make a little video to just give a basic explanation of different ways to use the mirror to work for you for self-improvement, to help you to look inward at yourself and help you move forward in your life then. So a couple ways to use the mirror work is you can just stare into the mirror, um, almost like having a staring contest with yourself. So you just stare in the mirror and you can either focus on a mantra, focus on an affirmation even, or an intention, and just hold your focus there. And don't beat yourself up if um, if your mind wanders a little bit, just like in meditation, don't beat yourself up or feel bad about it if anything else comes into mind. Just try to be aware and, oh, let's go back to the focus. Let's go back to the intention. Um, or you can have a pen and paper with you. And if you're looking in the mirror and um, your mind starts to wander, and again, you can do this in meditation too, is write down the thing that you're thinking of, write down the thought that pops into your mind that disrupts the mirror work or the meditation. And then your mind will be more apt to say, okay, we can quiet down now, because I know that I'll remember it later. This is something that came up for me that might be important. Let me write it down and we'll come back to you. Okay, thought, I'm putting you down. We'll come back to you. I'm not going to forget. So that can be very helpful. Or if you're able, and it might take some time, but if you're somebody that meditates, this will be a little easier for you. You can just look into the mirror and just be quiet and still and have that staring contest with you. And try not to have, just let the thoughts go through, you know. In some of my hypnotherapy inductions, I will say, and just allow the thoughts to move through your mind, much like a leaf that's floating down the stream and around the bend. It just comes in and it goes out and around the bend. So you can do that as well with your thoughts. Um, so it can be really interesting to see what comes up when you just stare into the mirror. Or, again, like I said, if you set an intention or have a focus with a mantra or an affirmation, that you can keep bringing your mind back to that as you look at yourself in the mirror. And it can be really powerful and it can be really surprising what comes up for you. So, so that's one way to use it. And there's also, I have one on my YouTube channel, and there's definitely others out there, but you can, it's a, it's a guided meditation that helps you to look deeply into the mirror, past your own eyes, past yourself, and move inward, even inward or outward, depending on where you feel like going or where your subconscious takes you, and to find more clarity for yourself. So you can find that one. And I believe it's a voice only one, but I've been adding background music to some of them. I'm not sure if that one has the background music yet or not. But I've been slowly adding background music to most of those that say voice only. But yeah, so that's a couple ways that you can use mirror work to help you gain some clarity, to look deeply within yourself. You can also use it to talk to your inner child self, talk to your future self, talk to your past self, or even like your ancestors. Or if there's something that you want to say that you feel like you needed to hear as a child, have that conversation. Have that conversation. Stare into the mirror. Envision, the child self behind your eyes, the little one that's still in there, and tell them what they needed to hear. So you can just have that conversation with yourself in the mirror, and that can be really helpful too. So those are a few ways to use mirror work, and I hope that you've gained something from this. And if you try it, or if you know of other ways, or if you've heard of this before, any of that, I would love to hear it in the comments below. So thank you so much for sharing in this time and space with me. I'm so excited that you are here and that you've clicked on this, and I hope that it was worth your time. Thanks.